Alright folks, we are live on stream. Thanks to the like, Charles. We have about 12 minutes to go before we start. Right now I'm a little lonely in the pen. Hopefully we get a few more in here today and we'll get at it, even though I know we are at the height of outdoor riding season, even later into the evening. This is day one, or week one of August Attacks month. August Attacks are going to be focusing on launching our attack and how to successfully attack. Today is the launch. So today we'll be focusing on two parts, surprise and the surge or the burst. That's what you need to get away. So we got a few more minutes to wait for folks to join up and we'll get to the class. And if we don't have anybody in the class today, then it'll just be a very short class. Maybe I'll do a quick little workout so we can turn it into an OD's Lifters. And we'll go over some of the techniques that I was going to do in the class. So for now, we're just waiting for the other 11 more minutes. Then we will get into our warm-up where we'll move around, practice moving around the bunch, depending on how big the bunch is today. And then we'll work on those two elements. Alright, looks like we're having a little bit of a Facebook Live issue. Alrighty. Alright, looks like we're back up. Perfect. Aaron, thanks for the like. Alright, got 10 minutes left. All right, we got a few people joining in. We got a group of 3 right now. There's Mooney and Cox. Hopefully we can get a few of them on Discord. It'll be a lot easier to manage.
Hey Murray, this is Mooney. Can you hear me?
Hey Mooney, how you doing?
Good. I'm a novice, so this is my first Discord experience. I'm just pressing push to talk. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's all you have to do. So you're already a pro.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, so this you'll get much more out of here because I can talk faster than I can type. Hey, Bussy's joined in watching us. He's a little early. We have about 6 minutes before we start. All right, so we're going to go over today, we're calling it August Attacks Month because we're going to work on attacking. So there's few parts to the attack. Obviously, one is getting away. The launch is what we're doing today. And that's going to cover 2 very crucial aspects. Surprise or, surprise and the surge or the burst. And that's how you're going to get away. So if you're not a big power rider, sometimes you have to do it much more on surprise than you would if you were doing it on, if you're one of those big leg Belgian riders or German riders who can just charge away from the bunch. That's not me, and that's not most of us. So that's what we're going to work on today. You know, what kind of effort and how you can just be sneaky about it. Now what we're going to do in our warm-up period, our first 10 minutes, is we're going to practice moving around our small bunch. I'll be the center of the bunch, and I want you guys to practice moving forward and moving back. Mooney, you were on a couple weeks ago, correct? But not on Discord?
Correct.
Yeah, so what we try to do is I want you guys to feel what it likes. Try to get a feel for the peloton. I know it's not a big peloton today. We only have about 20 people. But I want you to get a feel for how hard you have to pedal to be where if the group is more or less maintaining that 1.5 effort. So it'll kind of help you feel how much you have to move up and how it's not very easy to stay in the back. So I'm going to type some of this out, and then we will get started in 3 minutes. right, looks like Bob has joined us as well. And B. Cox is online now. Great. Got a few new Discord.
How's it going, Ian?
Good. How you doing, Bob?
Good.
No work today?
We're pretending.
I got you.
Hey everyone.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good. I've never done this slide before, so I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Hold on. I gotta spit out a Discord invite. Yeah, we have a good time. This is all about learning cycling tactics and group riding tactics, so it's fun.
Yeah, I'm just trying to sort of get used to riding in bunches on Zwift. It's a bit different to real life.
Yeah, a little bit. It is definitely a little bit different to real life. It takes some practice.
Yeah, but it's a good thing. You can't get hit by cars, at least.
That is true, unless people drive into your house.
Yeah.
Threats
have been made, apparently.
Yeah, that has happened. All right, Deirdre's joined us as well, so we're good to go. All right, so we're gonna go out at 1.5 watts a kilo. I want you guys moving to the front and to the back. If you take off at a 2.0 or 2.5, we will mock you and we will not chase you. You'll be mocked on the stream, which is streamed live to Zwift Live by ODZ, as well as on a Mixer channel on YouTube. And it's being recorded, so it'll be posted again on YouTube. And you'll be mocked openly on the Zwift chat channel as well. So I hope that's a deterrent enough. All right, let's get rolling. 1.5. All right, so this is where I want you guys to take turns moving forward and moving back. I'll be considered like a middle of the pack. So move forward, then drop back behind me. All right, 1 second here as I forgot to set up my mobile link. Here we go. All right, so I want you guys to really try and get a feel for what the draft is like. The difference on Zwift, obviously, you know, you have the ability to ride through avatars. So that causes problems because it's very difficult for you to keep focused on where you are compared to your other riders. So one of the things I always recommend is in races and group rides, riding in the view 3, which is from the eyes of your avatar. Now, it's not very good from a tactical perspective because you won't see what's going on behind you, but it is important. It is good from the perspective of that you do not get lost in the shuffle. Because if you're watching right now on the stream, you'll see that there are probably 15 of us who are bald, skinny dudes on bikes without helmets or glasses or socks. So it makes it very tough to figure out who's who. All right, so Hershey, I need you to ease up a little bit. Perfect. All right, so we got a small little gap. I want to try and keep our bunch tight. So that's one of the arts of Zwift, is keeping your gaps to a minimum and keeping the group really bunched up. Because the tighter the bunch, the faster you can go. We don't want to be strung out. And that's kind of what we are right now. If you look from an overhead view, which I'll show you here. We have a small bunch around me, and then up ahead we're much more strung out, and around down the back we're strung out. So we want to try to avoid that. We want to be as tight as possible. So you guys who are on Discord at any time, feel free to jump in with questions or comments based on experiences. Good, bad, or indifferent. You can even contradict me. I won't mock you too hard. But if you have contradictory evidence, then I'm glad to hear it. My racing knowledge is only based on racing in the US, South America, and Dominican Republic. So I have no European experience. All right, easy at the front, folks. Sanchez and Hershey. Easy. All right, so when we start talking our attacks, which is the subject we're going to cover today, I'm going to go through a little bit with you guys, and then I'll type some of it out, and then I'll finish it up with you, and you'll get a lot more than the people who are on the typing end only. Attacking is much more than it sounds. There are some people who are just phenomenal attackers because they're not good closers, or they're just such race tacticians. They understand when to go, because maybe they're not as strong of a climber and they know climbs are coming up and they need to get themselves that lead. So we're going to practice some of the different techniques and the art of launching an attack. No worries, Brian. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to practice today 2 parts of our attack, and that's the initial what we're going to be focusing on is getting away on our attack. So there's 2 parts to that. There's the surprise attack, and then there's the power attack. Then you can always find a combination of that as well. Now, the difference of the 2 is if you take someone like Wagner, J-Wags, he doesn't ever have to do surprise attacks, because he just hits us and he attacks and he goes up the front on a sprint. Same with guys like Lyons, or if you watch some of the top Pro Tour riders, the Greg Van Avermaets and things like that. What we also have are the sneaky guys, the ones who are tactically brilliant. Vluti on Orica Scott, she did it with a really smart sneak attack and got away and made a bunch of time in the Le course during the last couple of days of the Tour de France when the women had their race. And it was pretty impressive because she was able to create an advantage for herself that nobody else could come up and beat. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Most of our work is going to be done on just getting away, and that's going to entail a number of short sprints, and then we'll regroup and then we'll do it again. So when I say short sprints, we're going to cap the effort at first, and then we'll have a chasing group. So I'll designate who's going to be the attackers first, and then we'll see how the group reacts to that. So let's get up over this little bitty climb here. We want to try and stay together. Deirdre, you doing all right there?
Yeah, I'm at 2 and I can't keep up with you guys. 2.4.
Group dynamics.
2.4.
That's the problem with the group draft.
If you make the group, you only have to pedal 1.5.
That's right.
Does anybody back there want to pull to the group? Pull you back up.
Yeah, why don't you go back and get Deirdre, because she's almost catching on. She's 8 seconds away. We got a few folks at the front who are still pushing a little closer to 2 than they are 1.5. So for practice sake, what we're going to do is I'm going to divide you guys into 2 groups. Last names that start with A through M. I'm going to give myself carpal tunnel here. Our group 1. The last names N through Z are group 2. Okay, so what we're going to do first, the first part of our attacking today is we're going to do some surges that are not very hard. So we're going to go from our standard riding at 1.5, and we're going to surge to a 3.0 for 10 seconds. For group 1, then we'll do group 2, we'll regroup. We're not going to chase right away, because I want you to see what that does. I mean, it's a harder effort, but 10 seconds, you're not going to get a lot of gap, even though you're doing double the effort. You're gonna see it takes a lot more to get away, to break the string or the draw of the group. So it's gonna be group 1 first. Crap. Keep going, keep going. I hit A on accident before I hit M. All right, so let's bunch back up. Let's get bunched up and we'll get going. All right, so if you're at the front, slow to a 1.0 briefly. Just so we can close up the gaps, and then we'll start. All right, so at 12 minutes, group 1's going to attack. All right, 3.0.
Now?
Yep, 3.0. Remember, if you are not group 1, don't attack. Back to 1.5. Group 2. Go. Group 2, go. Ease to 1.5. So we can see right there that was 10 seconds. You were doing double the effort, and you just don't get any gap, right? So that's why we were saying this is a surge, a burst, not just an acceleration. All right, we got a few people off the front. Let's chase the group that's with me. Bob, we're gonna chase a little bit. All right, front group stay at 1.5. We got a couple people up the front that I just want to shut it down, and we'll get back to our surging. All right, looks good, looks good. All right, well, we're gonna keep it here at 2.0 in our group. Now we're gonna do our surge at 10 seconds, but I want people to go up to 5.0 for 10 seconds. And again, we're not gonna get much. We're not gonna get much at all, but we're gonna see, okay, going a lot more, significantly more matters. And then we're gonna see it a little bit more as we continue to increase both the effort and the length of time. All right, group 2 will stay at 2.0. Group 1, get ready. Set, and go. 10 seconds. 5.0, just 5.0. Don't need to go orange. Good. Ease off. Group 2, get ready. Group 2. And go. Group 2, go. All right, ease off. Back to 1.5. Come back here with Kua, towing Kua back up. All right, so looking at our splits again, not very much. Whew. We're having to go forward to catch back on. Almost no difference in the two groups. A second here, a second there. All right, so this time we're going to go a little bit longer, but I'm going to let group 2 chase after a delay. So I'm going to hold group 2 back, and then group 1 will continue their attack for 1 minute, and group 2 is going to have to chase them down. So it's going to be a 1 minute attack from group 1, and group 2 will have a 20-second delay, and then try and close it down. We're going to go back to a 3.0. We'll cap it at a 3.0 for 1 minute. Make sure everyone can stay together. Let me type it up and we'll get going again. right, we're gonna regroup after this little climb, and then we'll start. So if you're behind me, let's bring it up. If you're in front of me, let's slow it down to 1.5. We're gonna start at the 19-minute mark. Group 1 will go for 1 minute at 3.0. Group 1, go. Let's go, Group 1. All right. Group 2 can chase at 3.0. So you can see that 20-second margin really only gave us 2 seconds. 20 seconds at attacking at double their effort. We got 2 seconds. That's it. That is not enough to create our attack, create our break, or be a winning move. That is just enough to entice people to come on over. And Group 2 has already caught me at the back. All right. Ease up, Group 1. Group 2, ease up when you lash on. All right, so obviously doing 3.0 isn't gonna cut it. So we're gonna have to go up to 5.0 for a minute. We have to make a stark difference, a huge difference. But we're gonna let Group 2 attack first. So at 21 minutes, Group 2 is going to go at 3.0. So we're going to stay here at our 1.5. All right, Group 2, go, 3.0. All right, Group 1, let's chase at 3.0. And you can already see, again, what they get, a second, maybe 2 to the leaders. So let's bring them back, 3.0 chase. Good job. No 8.4 up there. Cohen's doing 4 to stay away from us. Come on now, Cohen, play the game. All right, ease off, Group 2. All right, so again, we got 2 seconds. That's it, 2 seconds. The deficit really didn't grow enough to be what we consider a successful attack, because if you're attacking with a small group, a bigger group can chase you down. So, let's extend it. Let's go 5.0 for 1 minute, while the chase pack does 2.0. And let's see what happens. All right, let's try and regroup a little bit. We got 30 seconds before we start. All right. So far, do we have any questions in the group? Come on, Deirdre. All right, group 1 attack. Five for group 1. All right, group 2, chase now. Group 2 can chase. Let's go on and get a good hard chase. This should be really hard. And I understand it's supposed to be really hard. It's only for about a minute though. Good job. All right, Bob, how you hanging in there? Feeling good?
Yeah, we made it. We see 10-second gap.
Yeah, you guys got a few seconds. All right, some people are not sitting up. So what we saw was that 25 seconds at a much harder, 25-second gap at a much harder effort was huge. That was big. You created a huge gap. So, I mean, not a minute gap by any stretch, but you got 5 seconds. Means you've broken you got 5 to 10 seconds, which is a break of that draft zone. And if you can break that draft zone and keep it going, you have a chance to stay away. Let's let the rest of group 2 catch on. Nice and easy at the front. Good, good, good. All right. My mobile link keeps trying to say that I'm not riding. There we go. We got a few people just slightly up the road. All right, I'm gonna slow our pace a little bit. We've caught on to them. All right. All right, at 28 minutes, group 2 is gonna attack. So I'm gonna go with group 2 this time since I went with group 1 before. Hey Taya, how you doing? Thanks for joining. All right, 15 seconds. Get ready, group 2. It's set. And go at 5.0. Let's go. Let's push, 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 group 2. Very good. Okay, chase group 1. Thirty more seconds, 30 more seconds. Good job. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ease to 1.5. Very good job. So again, we got that magical 5 to 10 second gap. That's enough to get away and stay away, depending on the course. It's definitely enough to force the chasers to work really hard behind you. All right, let's continue our regroup. We got a few people slightly up the road, Torres and Sugapong. All right, we're gonna do one more of these, and I'm gonna let you hold whatever you want for 15 seconds, and then for the remaining 45 seconds of that minute, you need to be between 4 and 5 if you're the attacker. Chasers have to ride steady at 5.0 to chase after a 30-second gap. All right, we're gonna start at the 32-minute mark.
Which group's going?
Group 1 first. Group 1, get ready. And get set. And go. Good job, Bob. All right, ease into the 4 to 5. Group 2, chase. Let's go, let's go. So it looks like, Bob, you got about 15 seconds or so. Mostly from your first effort. So, all right, hold on.
Whew.
1.0, group 1, 1.0. So 1.0, Bob. We're gonna let some people in the back catch up.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Getting there. Come on, Spawn. 1-0.
All right. Got a few folks behind catching up. That was good. So one of the things you all saw right there, if you did it and you were in the attackers, immediately because you put a huge surge in, you were 5, 6, 7 times the pace of the effort of the group, you were able to get a huge gap right away. And that huge gap paid off because we didn't get caught. Now granted, they only had 30 seconds to chase, but that created a 15-second gap. And a 15-second gap is plenty to get away. That's plenty. All right, got a few more folks coming on. I think Baker's gonna make it across if we let him. Easy still at 1.0 if you can. I know it's hard to slow down. Your legs are feeling good. You want to get moving. All right, starting at 36-minute mark, Group 2 is going to do the same thing. So Group 1, you're going to have to wait to chase. Oh, dang it. I keep getting lost in this stinking dust storm. I'm typing and all of a sudden I'm off the back 5 seconds. All right, I got Baker with me now. So easy at the front still. Still try and keep it easy. We want to bring Baker back on. All right. Get ready, Group 2. Set, and go. Got 15 seconds. 5 left. All right, time to settle into the 4 to 5. Chase on, Bob. Chase on, Group 2. Remember, chasing out of 5. So we got about a 12-second gap is what we got. And a lot of that was due to poor timing replacement. One point oh, Group 2, 1.0. Good, so our gap actually grew a little bit, even as we slowed down, just because of the speed we were carrying. But we'll just say comfortably that we had a 13 to 15 second gap. So again, that's enough to stay away if we're able to hold it, depending on how long the race was. So as this was, if you think on WUWP, if you can get that gap going into the S's, coming down the hill, the KOM, you're gone. You ain't coming back. Or if you're doing the WUWP flats, you're not coming back. You know, if you can hold it, as long as you don't blow up. If you blow up, that's a whole different story. Still easy at the front. So our next one that we're going to work on is a little bit of our sneaky game. So I'm going to explain it while others catch on, and then I'll type it out. Sneak attack is simply that. Group 1 cannot go above 2.0 unless group 2 launches an attack. So group 2 will be in control. And attacks are only going to be for 30 seconds. You can go as hard as you want, as easy as you want, but the idea is to make group 1 chase you. Now group 2 people, don't everybody attack at the same time. If you see one group 2 person going, don't go with them, make group 1 chase. And we'll do that for 5 minutes, and then we'll get 5 minutes of the reverse. So this is about partially positioning, but partially sneak attack. And so group 2, once you're caught by group 1, you got to go back to below 2.0. So once you're passed by group 1, you'll need to slow down, and group 2, you have to slow down as well. So you can't just keep pushing the pace if you're caught. Again, it's 30 seconds, and then fall back to about a 3.0 pace. Don't do a 5 minute at 6.0 effort. 30 seconds at whatever you want, and then 3.0 until you're caught. The first catch. So we're going to get a little bit strung out. Like I said, once you're caught, it goes below 2.0. So let me type this out. So if you're caught, though, in the beginning of your 30 seconds, then you're done. Ah, dang, I'm typing, I got 10 seconds. I need you guys to slow down to 1.0 at the front, please. I'm gonna have to cross the gap again, because I'm busy typing. So our sneak attack will start at minute 44.
So the catching team can for the catch.
What's that?
The catching team, do they have a max watt when they're catch?
Yeah, they gotta drop. No, they don't.
Okay.
But the thing is, as soon as you make that catch, everyone should drop to 2.0. And that'll allow the group to catch back on until the next group 2 member attacks. Alright, great. So it looks like we're mostly caught back together. We got 90 more seconds. Let's just keep spinning it out right here. We got a couple people making it back on. He said we are going to get strung out a little bit, but that's okay. We're not going to pay attention to the Sugapong now because he's way out front. Alright, one more minute. Gotta let everyone get their legs caught back up under them. We're almost have Yaron on and Baker on and Allen. So glad to see Charles come back on. Very good push. So what we're gonna see here is a lot of accordion effect going on. That's okay. That's what happens when the attacks start coming hot and heavy. We'll string out, bunch up, string out, bunch up. Alright, when you're ready, group 2, you can go. There goes one right there. Get him down right away. You just saw it. You want to close it down. Close him down. So Skamakis is doing something silly and chasing me. I don't know why. There you go, Bob. Shut him down. There we go. You can go lower than 2.0. You just can't go faster than 2.0. There goes Taylor. Taylor with the teammates. Kamakis is with him. Alright, almost got him. Almost got him. Alright, catch. Let's regroup on me. Let's hold off on attacks for a second. Gotta bring the group a little bit back together. I don't want these to basically be 30 on, 30 off for Bob and I. All right, good job. So right there you can see Taylor had a very sneaky attack. Not super hard, well timed, well played. That was beautiful. Let's get some other chasers up here. Let's go, Nuvalar. Go, go, go. Come on, give me an attack, Nuvalar. There he goes. Boom, 4.0. Get on it. Let's let him go, man. There he goes. Boom. Good move by Nuvalar. 6.8. That's a good attack. Good job, good job. Let's try and bring the group back together a little bit. All right, let's get Torres moving. Torres on the attack. Kua chase. Very good, Kua. All right, Torres has 5 seconds. We're going to have to chase him down. Come on, Bob, let's go. Let's get in the chase. Let's bring him back. We catch them, then we'll switch up groups. All right, we're gonna switch roles. Attorney, how you doing? Or Turnik? You never said your name. Our first timer from Australia, I believe.
Yeah, no, it's Nicole.
Nicole,
A bit
okay.
spent.
Huh?
Yeah, doing all right.
Good, good. All right. Let's let a couple folks on still. We'll go at 52. All right. So if you're near someone, just jump on with them and take turns attacking each other. So if you were group 1 or group 2, just assume your role as group 1 or group 2. Easy at the front still, folks. We got a number of folks come back on. It's a small group, but we're holding our own. We're doing all right. It's okay to be a little spread out. This is a lot harder of a workout than normal for skills and drills, but you gotta learn how to get away. And the hardest attacks never are at the beginning. All right, we got 10 seconds, 10 seconds. All right, so Bob, Phil, and myself are attackers. Let's go. All right, looks like we already got some activity going on up in the group in front of us. Mr. Cohen's attacked a little bit there. All right. Kua's got an attack on. Gotta chase him down there, Nikki. And Nicole, no, sorry, Nicole's up in the group ahead of us. So that would have to be Reshke following. And Skamakas. So now the rest of us want to chase down him. We just want to make him work. Let's go, Beezer and Bob, Skamakas, Torres. Woo, Kua put in a big effort. Let's go. We're going to still chase him at 3 here. We've got Nuvalar right in front of us, Bob. All right, about 90 seconds left, folks. 90 seconds left. All right, Beezer, attack. There you go, Beezer. All right, 35 more seconds. Surprisingly, this is easier in bigger groups. Small groups, you gotta do a lot more work. All right, we're at 15 seconds. Good attack, Bob, good attack. Great work, ease up, everybody. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a wrap up here in a second. Tazio, no problem. Glad you were able to join in with us. All right, so all right, so a couple more minutes here to cool down. I want everyone to be nice and easy. Spin those legs out, shift to an easy gear. We're talking under 2.0, maybe even under 1.0. Just spin those legs out from those efforts. So what we covered today was really how to launch your attack. And what I mean by launching your attack is how do you try and get away? We talked about power, we talked about sneakiness. Honestly, unless you're just a giant beast, you have to have some kind of tactical savviness as well as some power to get away. And it's not that 12, 15 watt per kilo power. As we saw, the best sneak attack was Taylor's at 4.0 until he got about a 2-second gap, and then he hit it to 6, and he created 6 seconds right away because he was out of our zone, out of our group. When you decide you want to launch your attack, the most important part is that you commit. So we saw the 10-second, I'm going harder, but I'm not going a lot harder. I'm not going all out. That 10 seconds, that's not a commitment. That doesn't help. That's not going to get you away. You're going to have to commit to that 30, 60, 90 seconds of really hard. Maybe not 180, 250%, but you're probably going to be closer to that 150 to 200% to get away. Because remember, you need to get a gap. You need to make people not want to chase you or get just enough people to work with you. So that's why we went through our step phase there to see at power, what does it take to get away? And we saw, realistically speaking, it's 10 to 25 seconds of really, really hard, almost all out, and then almost a minute of double of what the group is doing, if not more, to create a gap that could stick. Because remember, you're not going to be able to hold it for that long, or hold that level of effort for that long. So if you're using 5-minute power, you have to make that gap stick at about 3 minutes so you can create that extra buffer when you slow down. Thanks to the right on, Bob. So the other part was having that tactical savviness. The reason we did it the way we did is because you need to be able to attack over the top, and people aren't going to know and shouldn't know when you're attacking. So you want to be positioned in that place that's not at the front. It's a couple riders back. You launch your attack, and by the time they realize the attack has come, you already have 3 to 5 second gap. And then if you can hit it even harder after that, it's even better. So understand though that attacks, they don't work all that often. Your percentage of success on an attack is pretty low early in the race, or when you have a group of strong riders, if you're not that much stronger. The longer the race goes, the harder the race is, the more attacks that happen, the more attacks that have occurred, the more leg sapping that's happened, the more likely you are to have a successful break. So that we'll talk about later, some of the repeated attacks, the match book, whatever you want to call it. But for right now, if you get a chance this week, let's just focus on putting in some of those short efforts and settling back to a hard effort and recover. That's going to help you gain that ability to break that rubber band or the tie from you to the group. So we have any questions about what we learned today? I'll take silence as no. If you're interested in riding some of the other ODZ rides that we have coming up, we have, let me switch over to here, on Thursday we have our Thursday night throwdown tomorrow. Friday we have In the Feed Zone with Jason Flores, as well as the Ebb ride that starts, Bob, is that 8:15 Pacific or Eastern?
I'm not sure Eastern. Pacific's like 4:15.
4:15? Okay, so it's 7:15 Eastern then. And that finishes with the Matt Roth Memorial 1K Sprint. And it's a pretty easy ride up until that last 1K. You do not have to participate in the 1K if you just want an easy leg spinner. Saturday and Sunday, obviously, are our staple rides, the cat and mouse or coffee ride. I don't know if we have an Odivas this week. I don't know if Thea's still on, if she could tell me. I've been remiss due to work. And then Sunday, we have our OD's entry. Next Monday will be the Magnum Monday, followed by, and as well as OD's Lifters, and the Odivas Chat and Chill, which is a pretty cool ride. That starts at around 7 Eastern, where it's a nice, easy pace, and we discuss, well, we don't, Thea does, discuss a lot of cycling skills, as well as some tactics and just some of the basics. And then Tuesday, we will hit another cat and mouse. Cool, no worries. Thanks for joining in. Glad you could join.
Thanks for the ride. It was awesome.
Oh, you're very welcome. I hope you guys can join next week. Next week we'll continue our August Attacks series. All right. Well,
Thanks,
thank you.
My roster, if I'm off, I'll be here.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, we in our winter, your summer months, obviously we have a lot more people, but in that transition time, we should get some in our fall and your spring too. So we've had about 70 people at the most, and that gets a little difficult to control. But this 20 to 30 group is about right.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'll try and be here next week. Thanks for that.
All right, no worries. Deirdre, thanks for joining in again. Sorry we got split off early, but you did a good job pushing. I'm kind of interested and not interested to see what the TSS numbers are today. I think you probably pushed a lot harder than you planned, but it was good. You did a good job.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that is going to be it for me. We'll see y'all next week if we don't see you riding on course. What's up? All right, that's it for us on Facebook Live.